Hey guys, we're back here with an interview with Samsung Mobile. We're speaking with Ryan Biden. I believe that you're still the project manager of Samsung Mobile?
Yeah, still director of product marketing
My
for Samsung
bad.
Mobile.
Okay,
Yes.
well, he didn't get a promotion. He's just higher up on the pay grade than I thought he was actually. So I wanted to take a look back at 2012. It was a really great year for Samsung. You solidified your position at the top of the podium in mobile.
Yeah.
Really, really diverse product lines, an accelerated rollout schedule. Really, really good to see internationally released Galaxy S3. Only a few weeks after, we saw it on US carriers and Canadian carriers. So can you just talk a little bit about what 2012 was like for Samsung?
Yeah, I mean, 2012 for us was a pretty pivotal year. I mean, a year before that, we launched the Galaxy S2. It was kind of our first opportunity to say, hey, we can be serious about this, we can deliver a world-class smartphone. And then for 2012, it was about like solidifying that position, as you said, right? So right out of the gate, it was like Galaxy Note, and then it was Galaxy Nexus, and then it was Galaxy S3, and then Note 2. So it's been a year where it's really been about, let's take all of those things that we've learned, continue to refine them, and continue to deliver them in new devices. The great thing about being Samsung is we've got this huge depth in engineering, and because we're such a big organization, is that we can deliver those devices really, really fast, very quickly to market. So it's like, we don't really have to like deliver a device today and then, okay, we finished device 1, let's now start device 2. We can work on all of these things simultaneously, making sure we're taking care of all of those different markets and doing all of that really, really cool stuff really quickly.
Is it a lot to handle?
What's that?
Is it a lot to handle?
I mean, it is very, very, let's call it challenging in just the pace of innovation, all right? So it's this kind of interesting thing between how quickly can we deliver a product to market and how much work is it from an engineering standpoint to deliver, right? So what it is we don't want to have innovations in the pipeline that we're not delivering to consumers. So it's how quickly can we do this stuff and bring it out versus we got all these teams on the sales side, on the marketing side, folks that I work with on a daily basis who have to go and actually deliver this stuff to the retail channel, to work with people to train and sell and all that stuff. So it's this really balance of wanting to bring the best possible devices to consumers as quickly as possible versus us all working ourselves like crazy to get it done. And so for us, we've skewed on the side of the consumer.
You have, and that's a good thing because the consumer is the one who dictates how profitable your business is.
Yeah.
But forgetting about all that for a second, at what point, okay, so first of all, how many smartphones did Samsung sell in 2012?
A lot is the answer.
Over 50 million?
I can't actually be specific about it.
A ballpark?
No.
Okay.
I don't know the number. What I do know is that I think in Q4 2012, or Q3, we were definitely the #1 smartphone vendor in the world.
Everybody knows that though.
So the answer is a ton of phones, more than anyone else.
Yes.
Is actually the answer. And the reality is I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I don't know what we've released publicly, so.
You don't release anything publicly actually. Okay, so a lot of people are really excited obviously about the future. Everyone's looking towards the incumbent. A lot of people like AMOLED technology. Has Samsung been able to perfect a 1080p, 5-inch to 4.8-inch AMOLED display, non-pentile matrix?
Okay, so here's what I will say about that. So,
come on,
this is a good answer. Here's what I will say about that.
I'm ready.
And this is where I skirt the question and redirect.
No, just come on.
No, so if you think about what we've done on display technology, right? So we've continued to deliver Super AMOLED displays in a variety of resolutions. So we started with, if you think back to Galaxy S2, it was our first Super AMOLED Plus, probably WVGA at the time. It was huge, huge innovation. And then you get to the Galaxy Nexus, and we delivered 720p, Super AMOLED, and then if you look at the Note 2, we delivered 720p, Super AMOLED, not necessarily stripe, but non-pentile display. So these things continue to evolve. And as you know, we continue to remain at the forefront of display technology, and there are a number of devices being delivered today with 1080p and all of that kind of stuff. I would expect us to continue to be successful and competitive in the market.
There will be a 1080p AMOLED display in the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy Note 3. Okay, big other question.
Okay, just so we're clear, I didn't say that, you said that.
I'm saying that.
Will remain competitive.
They will remain competitive, and in order for them to do that, they have to release at least the equivalent resolution, thereby, through reductive analysis, one can interpret. Anyway, I'll stop. Okay, another question is, what can Samsung do to make a better phone than the Galaxy S3 or the Galaxy Note 2? Honestly, what can they do?
I mean, the question would have been, like, you could have asked me the question after the Galaxy S2, what can we do to make it better? After the Galaxy S3, what can we make it better? There's lots of places to innovate. There's lots of stuff that the devices can do that that we can make them do now that they couldn't do 6 months ago, a quarter ago, whenever. We've got additional processing power and all of those great things. So the reality is, the Galaxy S4 or whatever our next flagship device is, will be an absolute leap forward. It will continue to have new innovations, and continue to have new features. What those are specifically, you'll have to wait and see.
That's really exciting. And what kind of phone do you currently rock right now?
Right now, I'm actually rocking 2 devices in my pocket.
Okay.
Oh, they were in my pocket, but I had to get rid of them.
Not a Windows phone, right?
Actually, I have a Windows phone. So, in fact, in general, I have 3 phones that I use. Right now, I'm using 4. So right now, I've got a Galaxy S3 that I'm using. I have a Galaxy Note 2 that I'm using. I have a Galaxy Nexus that I'm using. And I have the recently announced Ativa Odyssey that I'm using as well.
All very nice devices, wow. I mean, there's a lot of information there. Is there any chance that Samsung will ever release a device without TouchWiz?
Well, I think if you look at the Galaxy Nexus, that is a device without TouchWiz. So working with our partners at Google to deliver Google Experience devices and kind of that stripped down experience, I think for Samsung it's really important though to deliver for us what is a Samsung user experience. So if you're going to pick up one of our devices or any of our devices, I want you to have a similar experience. So, I mean, take that for what it is. I think we're trying to go out and define with TouchWiz what is a Samsung device experience.
That's really great. Well, I really want to thank you for your time. I mean, all I know is that there's so much interest behind what Samsung is doing. And because it's such a huge company with such diverse, industries, I mean, you guys manufacture SoCs, you make display, you have plastics, you have concrete, you do major construction. There really isn't a business line that Samsung's not in. It's around 210,000 people that work for Samsung now?
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to, but it is a very large company, yeah.
And how? What about Windows 8 phones? How are the sales going? Are you pleased so far?
I mean, obviously, so for us in the US, the Ativa Odyssey is our first Windows 8 phone here. It's launching on Verizon soon, so it's too early for us to tell with the sales. I think we're very committed to the platform, love Windows 8, think it's great. We've got this device launching, and I'm sure there will be more in the future.
Many more, okay. Well, I think we've grilled him enough for now, but we're going to be seeing him. He can't escape, nor will we stop pestering him. I want to thank you very much for your time, Ryan. Really, really a big fan. I appreciate it very much, sir. All right, Darcy Lecouve live here with Android Authority. We're at Pepcom Digital Experience, CES 2013, giving you the scoop on all things Android. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Thanks.
guys.